Hi everyone! I've got my elf ears on and I'm ready to read you our next holiday story. And this story is called Schmelf the Hanukkah Elf. Schmelf the Hanukkah Elf by Greg Wolf and illustrated by Howard McWilliam. Up at the North Pole, covered in snow, you'll find Santa's workshop, as most of you know. But no one can do all that work by themselves, so helping him out is his army of elves. The most unsung elves of those who assist are the elves in charge of checking the list. They all work so hard down to the last elf, and the newest of them was a fellow named Schmelf. Look, Schmelf is sitting at a little desk there, and it looks like he's reading a training manual because he is brand new to the job as one of Santa's elves. Schmelf didn't spend time playing merry elf games, but sat in his cubicle staring at names. His job was to check through Santa's list twice to see whether kids had been naughty or nice. Schmelf loved what he did, but as Christmas drew near, he looked at his list and he cried out, "Oh dear!" He'd found many children who had been quite good, but would not receive presents, though it seemed like they should. He ran like a flash to see the head elf, who smiled and said, "Now calm yourself, Schmelf. Of course you don't know, since you're still quite newish, but the kids on this list are actually Jewish. They don't celebrate Christmas, but that's fine, you see. They celebrate Hanukkah, their own jubilee. It won't be dear Santa who brings them a gift, but their mommies and daddies. Do you get my drift?" So, Schmelf is learning that some people don't celebrate Christmas, but they celebrate Hanukkah instead. And during Hanukkah, the children's moms and dads bring them presents instead of Santa and his elves. I'm excited to learn more about Hanukkah. Schmelf returned to his desk. His mind was quite shaken. Kids with no Christmas? He must be mistaken. So later that night, careful not to be missed, he snuck off to visit a house on the list. Schmelf peered in and wondered, could this be right? There wasn't a tree or a stocking in sight. Instead, he saw menorahs with candles so thin, and children were giving their dreidels a spin. There was gelt, chocolate coins wrapped in gold foil, and latkes frying in pans filled with oil. Schmelf saw there were presents, one for each night. His elfish eyes gleamed as he squealed with delight. Take a look at that! There is a table full of presents for all of the kids. And instead of getting presents on just one day, they get a present for every day of Hanukkah. And there are so many fun things they've been doing, eating delicious Hanukkah treats and playing special games. Spinning those dreidels looked like tons of fun. Schmelf listened as Mom told the Hanukkah story of the Maccabees' battle for Israel's glory. And though the brave soldiers won their great fight, their temple had oil for just one more night. But once they'd set the oil ablaze, a miracle happened! It lasted 8 days. "Hey, now I get it," Schmelf said with a grin. "Hanukkah's awesome! I'm totally in." He raced back north and went straight to the boss, the big man himself, good old Santa Claus. Schmelf explained his discovery, this holiday grand, and when he was done, Santa held up his hand. "Good, Schmelf," chuckled Santa. "It fills me with joy to see how you care for Jewish girls and boys. It shows me that you are much more than a clerk, and so I will task you with this special work." Schmelf studied Hanukkah very hard, and he learned so many cool new things. And now Santa has a special job just for Schmelf. I bet you it has something to do with all of those good girls and boys who are celebrating Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a time for family and song, for joy and tradition. It's where you belong. I've decided at Hanukkah you'll travel the world, bringing magic and joy to each boy and each girl. Santa gave Schmelf clothes of white and blue, the colors of Hanukkah. That much Schmelf knew. And a sleigh that could soar straight through the air with a Jewish reindeer by the name of Asher. Now, you good Jewish kids, for 8 nights each December, Schmelf will come visit, some years in November. He'll make sure your latkes are crispy and thin, your menorahs burn brighter, and your dreidels will win. If there's one special gift that you'd like this year, tell Schmelf and he'll whisper it in your mom and dad's ear. He'll do what he can to nudge them that way in hopes that the present brings cheers of hooray! Schmelf has a bunch of cool jobs. He makes everything taste better, and he talks secretly with parents about the presents that kids might want during Hanukkah. This is such an amazing and special job, and Schmelf is perfect for it. To reward Schmelf and Asher for all their goodwill, you can leave out some gelt in a nice kosher dill. What a magical Hanukkah, you'll think to yourself. See you next year, Schmelf, the Hanukkah elf. What a fun holiday story! I loved learning about Schmelf, the Hanukkah elf. Now it's time for us to do a holiday craft. Hello everyone! It's time for us to craft again, and we will need the plastic ornament from your bag, some glue, your week 2 storytime package, which has a little gift tag in it, and a sparkly pipe cleaner. You've also got 2 coloring pages, one of Daisy Duck and one is a gingerbread house. And then at the back, you have some parchment paper and some tissue paper. Let's get started with our first craft because we have 2 today. First, take out your ribbon and I want you to cut that ribbon to the same size as how tall you are. You might need a parent helper to do this, but I want that ribbon to be the exact same size as you. Once your ribbon is cut to the perfect length, you can bundle it up into a little ball and put it back inside of your ornament. Now you will always know how tall you were during the holiday season in 2021. Now we're going to be working with some sparkles, and I have a tip for you. Get a container that's bigger than your craft and empty your sparkle container into that. Let's keep our sparkles in here for the rest of the week and it will make our craft time much less messy. I had to borrow one of your ornaments to make my video this week, so I'm not going to do the craft the whole way, but I'm just going to show you what you need to do. Take your ornament and use some glue and put glue all around the bottom of your ornament. Once there's glue all around the bottom, you can take your ornament and dip it into your sparkle container and cover the whole bottom of your ornament with sparkles. This is going to make it so shiny and beautiful, and it will really sparkle wherever you put it in your house. Maybe you can even put it on your Christmas tree. To finish this craft, you will grab your little tag, and on the front there's a space where you can write your name. I wrote down my name and I also wrote down the year, 2021. Again, you'll see my ornament change to a different color, but that's because I had to borrow someone else's ornament to finish this craft. Decorate your gift tag with some crayons and then use your pipe cleaner to attach it to your sparkly ornament. After this, you're all finished and your ornament is ready to hang up in your house. This one is really special. Now we can move on to our bonus craft. That's right, I've sent home 2 crafts for you to do this week. I heard that when we made our stained glass fall leaves, there were so many of you that loved doing this activity. So of course, we needed to do it again. And the first step is to dump out your tissue paper and sort it into the 3 colors. You might not have the same colors as me, but you will have 3 different colors. Then we are going to work on making our glue sandwich. Cover 1/2 of your parchment paper with glue, and then cover all of that glue with 1 color of your tissue paper. Once you've covered all of the glue up with your tissue paper, it's time to put glue on the other side of our sandwich. Spread that glue right out to the corners, and then squish it all together. This sandwich doesn't look very yummy, but everything will definitely stay stuck together. You'll need to leave this to dry for a little while, but while it's drying, we can get started on our other 2 colors of tissue paper. Do the exact same thing all over again for your next 2 colors. Once these are all dry, a parent can trace out the shape of a holiday light, and you can cut out this shape, or if you need a little bit of help, your parent could cut it out too. And once all 3 of your lights are cut out, take a black marker or crayon and draw some black on the bottom to make it look like a light bulb. I found that marker works much better than crayon on the parchment paper. And we're finished! Once you hang these on a window, they light up just like the real holiday lights we see on everyone's houses. Here are some amazing pictures of you friends doing the crafts at home. I can't wait to see you all next week with our next holiday story. Goodbye, my friends!